Nicola, Addressing History has gone online today. It's a project you're very heavily involved in. Tell us a little bit about what Addressing History is.
Okay, Addressing History is a joint project between the Dean and the National Library of Scotland, and it's bringing together the historical posthumous directories of Scotland, three specific ones for Edinburgh in the first instance, with historical maps from the same era, so that you can view a particular address or a particular person, a particular occupation on a map. But you can also go in and you can edit a record if there's a problem with the OCR, or if you want to put it on the corrected part of the map because our georeferencing isn't perfect. We've done it automatically to start with.
And it's 3 years that you've concentrated on to start with. What are the 3 years?
The 3 years are 1784-5, 1865 and 1905-6. Those are somewhat selected at random from those that were available already digitised, but they're also quite interesting areas in Edinburgh's history. Because the first one comes at the end of the Enlightenment, the middle year comes from the year of the big sanitation report, which saw lots of the slums cleared in Edinburgh, and the latter one brings you into the era when the Waverley train station was built, where lots of the institutions were set up in town. So they're actually quite nice snapshots, but they are only snapshots, obviously.
So, mythically, I have a great-great-granny who came from Edinburgh.
Okay.
What am I going to do on the website then? What can I use the site for?
Okay, well, mythically, your granny can you can look, go to the front page of the website, which is dressinghistory.adina.ac.uk, and you'll find 3 different ways to search. You can click on people to search for a person, you can click on place, search for a place if you had your granny's address but not her full name perhaps, or you can go to profession if you wanted to look up your granny's profession, possibly that's likely.
We'll keep that quiet.
So, assuming it's your mythical great granny, you would go and you'd click on place, and you'd be able to then pick if you wanted to search one directory or all 3 directories, this little drop-down menu, and then you type in the name of the person you're looking for, and it will bring back the results both as a list and as points on the map. Everything that we can find is listed in the list, but not all of those will appear on the map because some of them haven't been georeferenced. That entry that you then find, you can either read through it and just see what's there, so you should get a name, an occupation if there is one, and the address they're living at. But you should also be able to download that record as a text file, as a KML file, so you can put it into Google Earth and view it in spinning 3D fun, or as JSONs if you want to do something clever and technical, mixing together lots of different records. You can build a mashup with that.
Very good. And can I add to the information in any way? Can I do anything online with that?
You can. If you're not logged into the site, you can just browse and search and download material. But if you just create a login for the website, you can log in and then you can edit entries. So if you see, for instance, that there's an obvious OCR, which is the automatic transcription, an obvious error in that, so like a typo or something's in the wrong field, you just click on edit an entry, and you can go in and you can just change it. And if you find that it's on the wrong place on the map, if you think, well, that's a historic road that doesn't exist anymore, but I know where it should be in town, you can also use just it's very simple kind of drag the pin around the map on the same thing. So you just click on edit an entry, and you can both alter the text and the location on the map if you want to. If that's a bit scary, there's also a contact us about this entry button, and that might be more useful also for entries where there's lots of entries put together, or something that looks like you can't fix it easily.
So you can look at it and then once we notify you.
Have a look at it, or keep a record of it when we've got more funding to look at it in more depth.
Sure. And you've started with 3 directories in the first phase, but what's the kind of long-term ambition about the project? What would you hope to do with it if it's successful and well used?
If it's successful, we would hope to add a lot more directories into it. So at the moment we're focusing on Edinburgh and those 3 years, but they're actually, I thought the 400 is actually 750 directories.
What a lot of directories.
What a lot. That cover all of Scotland, and they run from 1771 I think to 1911, so it would be absolutely fantastic to be able to sort of scale it up to have that much data in it, and really allows to year by year looks at who's moved around, where they've moved to, because obviously the postal directories took place every year, they were collected in most places every year, versus the census data, which is every 10 years, and sort of other forms of recorded data which aren't as frequent. So it'd be lovely to have that level of frequency or that level of geographical coverage, but that would require significant time to add those directories in. The structure is all set up in the site so that it can cope with that much data, it can cope with lots of new directories being added in. There are lots of very clever things where the text is automatically reformatted and is automatically georeferenced. But it would take still significant time to put that extra data in, and that would mean some extra funding would be needed to do that.
Brilliant. Well, I mean, it sounds a wonderful project, and the demonstrations are just absolutely superb. I think it's hopefully it's going to be really successful, and
I hope so,
it's got a lot of potential. So all the best of luck for that.
Thank you very much.
And I'm sure I'll come back when you launch the 700 directories.
Yes, please. I hope so.
Right, thanks very much, Nicola.
Thank you.
Okay.